Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of BBP News. I'm Nicholas Rod. Chris Baker's here with me, and we are back for another Monday morning episode. Chris, start us off in the normal Monday morning fashion with the weather headed into the week.
In Los Angeles, California, it is partly cloudy 78 today. In Houston, Texas, it is sunny 67. Chicago, Illinois, partly cloudy 33. Boy, is that cold. And in New York City, it is even colder, mostly sunny, with a high of 31 degrees. And for all of you out there, today is Valentine's Day. So if you forgot, or you're like Nick and didn't realize
You
it
know,
was today,
we don't need to talk about it.
you are welcome that I saved you. Just,
Yeah.
it's a party favor.
It's one of those things. It's bad, right? Because I remember the dates of things like birthdays, holidays, whatever else. But when it comes to actually when they're about to occur, I am terrible with the actual day.
I know. You forget my birthday every year.
That's a lie. Lies and slander. I don't appreciate it.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
It's okay, Nick. You remember. It's just at like 11:59 p.m. that day.
No.
But you know what?
I have to remember yours because your birthday is the same day as numerous people in like my family/friend group. So,
Well, since I am part of that family group, I should be
Yeah.
your top priority.
oh, sure.
But you know
Yeah,
what, Nick?
I'll get right
It's
on
okay.
I'll get right on that.
Thank you. You know,
Uh-huh.
it's okay. You remember at 11:59. It's the thought that counts.
Is it though?
I
Is it,
once
though?
got a text message from someone on November 5th wishing me a
Uh-huh.
happy birthday, and I just said thank you. I said thank you because it's the thought that counts.
Nothing like 2 months late.
Yeah. But you know what? It's the thought that counts.
Oh God. That's amazing. November 5th. Oh. Yeah. Hey, I get the day right, if it's 11:59 or
It's the thought that
it's
counts.
the thought
Nick.
that counts for you. So maybe I'll just text you on I don't know March 31st saying happy birthday. And there you go. That's my bid for the year.
You know what? And to you, I would send you back the middle finger emoji.
Yeah. Yeah, you would. But we are here on this Monday morning with our bit of a new segment, bit of a new show for these Mondays.
Well, Nick, while we're on the topic of remembering this,
Uh-huh.
it dawned in my head
Oh my.
that we should do the national day, Monday through Friday. It's always like national ... day.
Ah, yeah.
I
Okay.
figured that would be fun to throw in there. And I know Tuesday Nick will be celebrating, but Monday it's National Ferris Wheel Day. Tuesday it's National Annoy Squidward Day. I bet that's going to be Nick's happiest day of the year. Yeah, I threw that one in there.
We
just
won't
for you,
talk
Nick.
about it, but absolutely.
Wednesday is National Almond Day. Thursday is National Cabbage and Random Act of Kindness Day. And Friday is National Drink Wine Day. It's a good thing that it's on a Friday, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna have a day to do it, might as well be a Friday.
Yep. I like, yeah.
Better than
It's almo-
having, a National Tuesday to drink wine,
Yeah, Wednesday might be a little rough. Or
Yeah.
Monday.
Oh,
Or Sunday night.
any of those,
Mondays
just
are already rough as it is.
Friday or Saturday only, okay? Otherwise, I'm scared. In terms of politics this week in the Senate, they will be voting and debating on the Postal Service Reform Act of 2022, as well as the continuing resolution to keep the government funded until March 11th.
In the House of Representatives, there are no votes scheduled yet, but there is a full week of hearings and committee meetings.
The only things on the schedule for President Biden this week are that he will continue to consider his nominee pick for the Supreme Court Justice, and he will continue to monitor the situation regarding Russia and Ukraine.
This week, we are headed into the third week of the Winter Olympics. Monday through Friday, there are all gold events for alpine skiing, bobsledding, curling, figure skating, freestyle skating, ice hockey, ski jumping, and snowboarding.
And then in a bit of a miscellaneous, what's going on, former officer Kim Potter will be sentenced on Friday.
Some stories that we're following this week: possible continuing resolution passing, like Nick mentioned earlier. President Biden signing an executive order to give money to 9/11 victims. He has taken that money from an Afghanistan fund, splitting it in half, and it's about a total of $3.5 billion. The Russia and Ukraine conflicts, and a possible trucker protest coming to the United States to repeat a similar path that there is one going on currently at the Canada and US border. But Nick, this is a different type of Monday show, obviously, but I just couldn't do it without a good news.
We can't go without the good news.
When we discussed this, I said, Nick, I'm only doing it if you give good news. If not, we're not doing it. It's not going to happen. Just nothing will happen. And, you gave in, and here we are.
I came through,
Yeah.
And I do, of course, have a story. In Boise, Idaho, there is an 8-year-old who is getting his writing career off to a very early start. He managed to slip his own handwritten book, 81 pages, into the children's section of his local library. And he just basically wanted to, share his story with other children who went to that library. And so when him and his mom got home that day, he told her what he had done. And so she called the library to make sure that the book was safe and that they could find it. And they got a bit of a shock because very quickly, the book actually got approval from the library and was added to their official book catalog. And it gained up to a 1-year wait list. And, obviously they don't have any more copies of it because it's not a published book. They only have the one copy. So there's a 1-year wait list, and there are people from all over who want to read this book. There were children in Texas. Mind you, again, this is happening in Idaho. So there are people as far as Texas wanting to read this book. And the demand is so high for it right now that they're actually trying to put together an ebook version of it so that they can spread it to more areas and have more than one copy. This story was really cool to me because, it's one thing to write your own stories when you're 8 years old. It's one thing to be creative. It's one thing to want to write. But to actually, sneak your book onto the shelf of the library, and make it look like it's actually supposed to be there, and then for the library to actually add it to their catalog, and they gave him an award as well.
And then a 1-year waiting list.
Yeah, a 1-year waiting list, the longest in the library's history, by the way. Just absolutely crazy, and apparently he's working on his next piece of work. He's working on his next book. So we might have a very young author here.
You know what would happen if I did that?
It would get thrown out?
Well, that, and it would probably sit on the library shelf and just collect dust for decades.
Never be found.
Not a soul would read it. Probably good. An 8 years old, 1-year waiting list, making an ebook and working on his second book. That's awfully impressive.
That, more than what I was doing at 8 years old. I'll tell you that much right now.
You and me both, Nick. I certainly wasn't writing a book at 8 years old. And if I was, nowhere near this.
No.
That is the end of this Monday morning what to expect this week episode, I guess we could call it.
Yeah.
We'll be back here Wednesday morning with an idiot in the news, and then Friday with a normal, typical news episode to wrap up your work week. But until Wednesday, make sure you follow us on BBP News' Twitter account for the latest 24-hour breaking news, so you are always in the know. Until Wednesday morning, have a good start to your week, everybody.
Bye, guys.